Ahead on this special edition of Apple Valley News Now, the public defense system is in crisis. Today, local agencies, lawmakers, and experts gathered to search for a solution.
And more information about a drive-by shooting at a park in Yakima that ended in multiple injury crashes. Stacy?
And I'm going to steal a line from Mr. Rogers. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. We're still on that weather roller coaster. I'll get to all the details coming up in my first alert weather forecast.
And we have updates on yesterday's fires all across the region, along with one that sparked near the Hanford site this morning.
This is Apple Valley News Now, special edition, on your side.
Good evening and thanks for joining us on this special edition. I'm Alyssa Warner.
And I'm Austin Reed. We are on early tonight for Game 3 of the NBA Finals. At 5 o'clock, the Boston Celtics are playing the Dallas Mavericks. But let's get to your headlines. Here's what's happening today.
Yeah, we have to start over at the Hanford area. A wildfire burning near the north end of Highway 240. This is in the National Wildlife Refuge that's known as the Hanford Reach Monument. We saw planes out there putting down water and fire retardant, looks like, on the fire. Also saw a helicopter out there this afternoon. We're told that fire was first reported around 11:30 this morning. Still working to gather some information about this. We'll update you when we learn more.
Washington State Patrol says there were 3 deadly crashes on Interstate 82 in the last 24 hours. A motorcyclist died after attempting to pass 2 semi-trucks near Prosser on Monday evening. WSP says a man died after his car broke down on the shoulder of I-82. A Ford Explorer changing lanes crashed into the broken down Honda Civic. According to officials, the man who died was not wearing a seatbelt. The third deadly crash was after a car drove off of the roadway, rolling the car and coming to a rest in a field. Washington State Patrol says this crash started a large fire along the interstate.
Now, yesterday, Franklin County Sheriff's deputies responded to a triad of collisions that ended with DUI arrests. The first happened on SR 17 at Scootney Road. That driver, we're told, tried to drive off until their car became disabled. Just a few hours later, the sheriff's office says they responded to this rollover crash, also on SR 17 near milepost 17. And the last series of 1-car crashes started on Court Street near 4th in Pasco after calls came in that the car had nearly hit 2 others. The tires on that car were damaged after the driver hit a curb, according to the sheriff's department. This driver was also arrested for attempting to elude.
We are learning more about a drive-by shooting at a Yakima park turned police chase that ended in multiple injury crashes. Officers say they terminated the pursuit after losing track of the suspect, and a minute later, 911 started getting calls about the crashes. Police say the new law easing pursuit restrictions didn't come into play because the danger that the suspects posed to the public would have qualified for a pursuit even under previous laws. Police say they did eventually make contact with the driver of the victim vehicle,
who did not wish to be a victim of any crime or claim to not know anything about the crime, although the vehicle did have bullet strikes into it indicating that it was the correct vehicle.
3 suspects have been arrested in connection with the shooting, but police say there's a 4th person who hasn't been identified. That person remains at large.
We're also learning the details around an arrest that happened in Walla Walla last week. According to the police department there, 22-year-old Julian Saldana was arrested on June 5th following a months-long investigation. Now, officials say they received information in April that Saldana had assaulted a juvenile. That victim reportedly saying Saldana had threatened them with a gun after an initial sexual assault report had been made. Saldana was arrested in the downtown area of Walla Walla on the morning of June 5th. Now, a search warrant was executed at his home on East Cherry Street, where police say they did find a gun. Saldana was booked into the Walla Walla County Jail on rape and assault charges, accused of supplying liquor to a minor and intimidating a witness, among other charges. His girlfriend was also arrested for assault and for discharging a laser in connection with Saldana's charges.
We continue to cover the fire that occurred yesterday in Benton City. This morning, we returned to the scene and spoke with fire officials.
Yeah, he says crews monitored the area throughout last night, still throughout today, to ensure that nothing flares back up. He also said there were no injuries or fatalities, but some property was lost in the fire.
Multiple cars were lost. Unfortunately, 2 primary residences were lost and 2 garages, and then some other storage like container units, things like that, and approximately, I think it was right at 3 acres of, wildland grasses and stuff around the structures.
Firefighters also say the cause of this fire is still under investigation by the Benton County Sheriff's Department. We will continue to keep you updated with the latest information. Benton County Fire District 1 had one of their busiest days of fires yesterday in recent memory. First, at 1:47 p.m., crews responded to a natural cover fire on I-82 near the Badger Road exit. Witnesses say the fire jumped the road and was threatening a nearby apartment complex. By 2:19 p.m., several fire crews were on the scene and additional apparatus went to the area. I-82 between Dallas Road and Highway 395 was closed for a few hours. Ridgeline later closed right between the roundabout at Clodfelter and Clearwater. By 3:04 p.m., the fire was contained. In Findlay, also Tuesday, firefighters responded to a car that caught on fire. The wind pushed the flames to a home nearby. No major injuries were reported, but some people were treated for minor smoke inhalation. Fire investigators are now looking into the causes, but they do say wind was absolutely a factor yesterday.
We saw that a lot. All of those fires started out fairly small, and then they just spread so quickly because of those gusty winds we were talking about.
Yeah, and Stacy, it looks like the winds have finally calmed down today. Yeah,
what a difference one day makes. Nice and calm as we look out on our Legends Casino sky cam. We've got the cruise ship in port at Howard Amon Park. The water looks pretty flat. Winds are much lighter today. Still a tiny bit breezy. Winds at 9 miles per hour. 82 degrees, so a big temperature drop as well. Now, the winds are going to return as we continue on our temperature roller coaster. We're going to start dipping down to temperatures in the lower 70s, well below our average of 82 degrees for this time of year, moving into Father's Day weekend. So be prepared for that. Tonight, a little on the cool side, but clear skies and light winds, so pretty quiet. Tomorrow, out the door, you're going to be in the 60s, mid-70s by the afternoon, and those 80-degree temperatures later in the day. And a sneak peek at Father's Day forecast. Look at those cooler temperatures. 69 Sunday in Yakima, 70 Walla Walla, 74 in Tri-Cities. Here's what's ahead. A mild, cool night. Warmer temps tomorrow briefly, then we start to cool down. We're going to see some breezy winds returning to the area again. We're going to be very fire-wise going into the weekend. Temperatures cooling into the 70s for Dad's Day. Lots more to talk about in my First Alert full weather forecast. Austin, Alyssa.
Thanks, Stacy. Well, this morning, law enforcement, county officials, prosecuting attorneys, and the Office of Public Defense joined state lawmakers for a workshop in Franklin County. Now, we've been talking a lot about the new demands on the Office of Public Defense that will lower the number of cases public defenders can take, even though most counties in Washington are already struggling to keep up with the cases they have.
We've got a supply problem. We don't have lawyers that meet the qualifications that allow us to hire them. It's that simple.
Now, we've been hearing the warnings for months now, but a recent federal court decision out of Oregon has forced the issue in Benson County, at least, where more than a dozen suspected criminals have been released from jail because they don't have legal representation available.
I learned that there was not enough capacity for the month of June for defense attorney appointments. And so we dismissed 9 cases, which involved 3 defendants getting released from jail. That is not a decision that I wanted to make at all. I felt that we needed to make that after consulting with my leadership in order to have capacity for the most serious types of offenses that we face.
People charged with finding a solution, many of them in this room, say it will take years to fix this problem. We're going to talk about some of the potential paths forward that were discussed during the workshop today, coming up tonight after the NBA Finals.
Up next on this special early edition of Apple Valley News Now, Stacy's getting us ready for Father's Day weekend. Here's a live look outside, 82 in Yakima. Her full forecast coming up.
But before that, the Pasco School District broke ground on its next high school. When that school is projected to open, coming up.
If there's one thing we like, it's choices. Find yours with Ford F-150. Gas, hybrid, or all electric. What you choose to do with that much power is up to you. Tough this smart can only be called F-150.
Have you heard about refractive lens exchange? K2 Vision RLE means no glasses, no contacts, and no readers permanently. And you'll never develop a cataract.
No glasses or readers. K2 Vision RLE.
Dear Triathlon, let's splash through rushing rivers take on iconic trails, and race straight to the top. What's the point of winning if you can't kick back and enjoy the view? Yours, Toyota SUVs. Toyota is the #1 retail brand for 12 years in a row. Find yours at Toyota.com. Toyota. Let's go places.
Workers and the families of deceased workers who worked at the Hanford site are now eligible for compensation for diseases and illnesses. This may be in addition to compensation already being received. Smart Law will be hosting a Hanford Workers' Compensation educational dinner at their Kennewick office Thursday, June 20th at 6 p.m. To register, call 509-735-5555. Dinner provided. Smart Law, smart choice.
Free flags, sweet treats, and more. Hi, I'm Stacy Lee with Apple Valley News Now's Great American Flag Giveaway. This Friday, starting at 11, come to Tri-Cities Chaplaincy, where the first 50 guests get a new, full-sized American flag.
At Tri-Cities Chaplaincy, our goal is to guide the community to live their best lives, even and especially through the end of life. Come learn about our programs and pick up an American flag at Tri-Cities Chaplaincy. Visit us June 14th from 11 to 1 at 1480 Fowler Street, Richland.
Stop thinking, let things happen, and be the ball. Better yet, see the ball with K2 Vision RLE. K2 Vision RLE. No readers, glasses, contacts, or cataracts.
If there's one thing we like, it's choices. Find yours with Ford F-150. Gas, hybrid, or all electric. What you choose to do with that much power is up to you. Tough this smart can only be called F-150.
Tri-Q Credit Union C3 Slam. It all happens July 13th and 14th at John Dam Plaza.
Welcome back. In education news tonight, earlier this morning, the Pasco School District hosted a groundbreaking to welcome its second STEM high school, Orion High School on South Salt Lake Street. During the ceremony, the Pasco School District Board of Directors, Superintendent Michelle Whitney, Planning Principal and Principal of Orion High School, Seth Johnson, contractors, PSD 6th and 7th grade students, and district administrators were on hand for the special moment. Orion High School will have a capacity of around 600 students, which will be selected through a lottery system. PSD says this new school will offer students the opportunity to earn industry certifications and college credits. Staple programs include health sciences, engineering, and advanced manufacturing. The new school pays tribute to Pasco Aviation as well.
We originally were looking for a name for our high school. We had some great recommendations from the community, but the one that really stood out to our community, to the board, was Orion High School, named after the P-3 Orion that has a lot of significance to our region. The old Pasco Naval Station, this was an airplane that was used that flew in and out of that naval station often, and so the community member that recommended that not only recommended the name Orion, but also the aviator to kind of tie it all together.
The projected opening date for the new school is August 2025.
College Place Public Schools is enhancing its mental health services in the coming school year. The district is adding a full-time licensed mental health therapist, along with a second full-time school counselor at Davis Elementary School. The school cited surveys by the Pew Research Center and the National Center for Education Statistics, both of which indicate that more than 40% of students feel persistently sad or hopeless, with significant numbers considering or attempting suicide. The district says this underscores the need for comprehensive mental health support in schools. And the Benton County District Court celebrated 2 mental health court graduations this morning. Mental health court is an intensive program, but once you finish the work, your past criminal history can be dismissed. Today, Isabella and Yesenia completed the program and said hello to a new life.
Now, I am incredibly proud of you. I'm so proud for your family. Thank you for showing people that this can be done. Also reminded us, some things are a big deal. Today, this is a big deal. So congratulations, you've earned this.
Advocates say therapeutic courts offer community members the opportunity to get back on their feet, also teaches them accountability and how to handle certain situations better in the future. And court officials tell us very few people who go through therapeutic courts end up reoffending.
Triumph Treatment Services celebrated breaking ground this morning on a large expansion for Inspirations, an intensive inpatient facility for people with co-occurring substance use and mental health disorders. The facility opened in 2014 with 16 beds available for 28-day stays, but with long wait times at facilities across the state. Triumph found it needed more space. The first phase of the project is expected to double the number of beds to 32 by the end of 2025, and the second phase will make a total of 48 beds. The goal to lessen waiting times for patients.
When people decide that they're ready for treatment, we have to have access available, because the temptation to go back to using is so strong. So we need to meet people and accommodate them when they're ready.
Coming up after the game tonight, Apple Valley News Now's Emily Goodell will have an exclusive interview with one woman about how Inspirations changed her life.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Stacy Lee.
You know what a difference 24 hours makes. We're looking right now at 82 degrees on our Health First sky cam tonight. Winds are light, a little bit breezy out there at 9 miles per hour. Not the 47-mile-an-hour gusts we were seeing yesterday. Our sunset tonight at 8:49. So nice evening to take a hike on Badger Mountain. Perfect weather for that. Let's talk about our temperatures elsewhere around the area. We're seeing 60s and 70s, even 80 down the Yakima Valley. Low 80s here in the Columbia Basin, 60s and 70s. That cold front moved in, and so most of us are seeing temperatures quite a bit cooler than we were just 24 hours ago. Tri-Cities, Walla Walla, Dayton, we're 7 degrees cooler right now than we were just 24 hours ago. We're at even in Yakima, as you can see on my map, that cold front moving across the area. And that's what's happening. But tomorrow things change. We've got a ridge of high pressure building back in. That's going to bring us a warmer day. But right behind that guy, we've got another low pressure system. Now it's going to bring more clouds, possibly some showers to the Cascades. Going to be dry on the east side of the Cascades, so we're not predicting any showers coming up to our neck of the woods. But the temperatures are definitely going to shift with that low system coming in over the weekend, with temperatures dropping into the upper 60s, 10 degrees below average in Yakima. Tri-Cities also going to see a big drop in our temperatures down to 73, nearly 10 degrees below our average. And in Walla Walla, look for a cooler weekend for Dad as well, with those temperatures hanging right around 70 degrees with a gradual warm up into next week. Temperatures tonight are going to be pretty pleasant, clear and chilly out there with temperatures in the 40s. Some of our upper elevation mountain areas could see temperatures in the 30s, close to the freezing level overnight, but staying there in the low to mid 40s in the Yakima Kittitas Valley. Here in the Columbia Basin, temperatures a little bit closer to 50 overnight, still a little bit cool overnight. Looking nice and clear, though, as far as that goes, with light winds. And in the foothills of the Blues, look for temperatures in the upper 40s to 50 degrees tonight in Milton Freewater. For tomorrow, warmer temperatures, lots of sunshine. The winds will probably start picking up late tomorrow evening into our Thursday and Friday. That's when we're going to see those breezy winds returning. So Thursday, Friday, and even into Saturday. So fire danger remains high as we are very dry outside. Counting down to the big days, we've got just 4 days now till Father's Day, 7 days till Juneteenth next week, 8 days until our official summer begins, and count it down, just 22 days till the 4th of July. Where has 2024 gone? Here is your 7-day planner in Yakima. Temps in the 80s tomorrow, the cool down to the 70s on Friday, 60s for the weekend in Yakima, back up to 80 hopefully by mid next week. Tri-Cities looking at 70-degree temps for Father's Day weekend, getting back into the 80s on Tuesday. In Walla Walla, mostly clear. Look for those breezy winds, particularly in the foothills of the Blues. Fire danger remains high. Temperatures right around 70, increasing up to 75 by Tuesday. And for Hermiston, we've got mostly clear skies, a little overcast, cloudy this weekend, but breezy winds will clear out those clouds, and we'll see 73 degrees Sunday for Father's Day. So not a bad looking forecast. These breezy winds are a concern once again. We're not going to see those gusty winds like we did yesterday, but fire danger does remain high. Any fires that start could spread pretty rapidly, so be fire wise. Still to come, your viewer photo of the day. Austin, Alyssa.
Thanks, Stacey. Well, tonight we are starting a special series. We're diving into the battle over the future of the Horse Heaven Hills. Looking ahead to that next on Apple Valley News Now.
The local fight over wind turbines. Apple Valley News Now tonight following the NBA Finals.
You're gonna need a new bumper.
Did you say burger? Guac? Santa Fe burger sauce. Burger. Jalapeno pepper. Burger. Cheese. Burger. Spicy cheese bacon. Guac. Cheese. Bacon.
Carl's Jr. El Diablo is back. Get a single for $5.99.
Hey, burger!
Get burger. Where's the most mouth-watering pizza and best salad bar in town? Well, Hubby's Pizza, of course. Order Hubby's Pizza tonight and get a large 16-inch pepperoni pizza for just $16.49. Mouth-watering yumminess. The perfect fresh dough and toppings for a quick and easy dinner. And now you can get your favorite pizza delivered from Grubhub, dine in, or carry out. Acquire the Hubby's Habit, your hometown favorite for nearly 50 years.
Researching childhood vaccines often feels like this.
When T lymphocytes recognize antigens,
They are lying to us. Vaccines are just another plot to make money.
The most important thing parents should know about vaccines is...
Accept my cookies. Sign up for the newsletter. Sorry. You've reached your free article limit.
There's a simpler way to get answers. Visit vaccinesmartwa.org.
Your best days of the year start here at Kubota Orange Days. It's the year's biggest selection of Kubota tractors, zero-turn mowers, and utility vehicles, including the #1 selling compact tractor in the USA. Plus the year's best deals, like 0% APR for 84 months or up to $3,300 off select compact tractors. Orange goes all day. Sales ending soon. Visit your local dealer today.
Find a Kubota dealer near you at gokubota.com.
Dear unbreakable spirit, when the terrain is gnarly, you steady us. When obstacles are ahead, you lift us. When the turf is hostile, you inspire us. Own a legend. Toyota Trucks.
Every new Tacoma comes with Toyota Care, our no-cost maintenance plan with roadside assistance. Find yours at toyota.com. Toyota. Let's go places.
Welcome to our annual gathering, the NBA Finals. Here we go. At the center of it are two exceptional teams, and yet you're all a part of it. But remember, no one sips the champagne until a champ is crowned.
Give in to your devilish desires. Scorch your taste buds. It's Carl's Jr.'s El Diablo Burger.
I'm short on cash.
It's just $5.99.
Fine.
The Carl's Jr. El Diablo single, just $5.99.
Hey, burger! Get burger.
Right now, Washington's energy facility site Evaluation Council, or FSEC, is taking a second look at a proposal to build a wind farm in Benton County's Horseheaven Hills. And Alyssa, this is something that you've been working on.
Yeah, so the review is happening at the governor's request or order, depending on who you talk to. This project was first proposed years ago, and this spring, FSEC recommended that the governor sign off on a much smaller version of the project to address some concerns about wildlife habitat, tribal heritage sites, and the impact on everyone here in the Tri-Cities.
This Horseheaven project is unique, being close to 300,000 people, and especially being so close to so many residential areas. So to me, that makes it a poor place for wind turbines.
Now, the governor, for his part, has recommended that FSEC find a way to approve the site as originally proposed. So I spoke with members of Tri-City Cares, which is a local group that's been opposing the wind farm project. We're going to hear more of their concerns in a special primetime edition of Apple Valley News Now, coming up after the NBA Finals.
All right, still ahead this afternoon, we meet this week's Operation Best Friend.
And we'll...
Oh, sorry.
We're going to find out more about Irene. We've also got your viewer picture of the day right after this.
Tri-Q Credit Union C3 Slam. It all happens July 13th and 14th at John Dam Plaza.
Poor maintenance, old tires, bad brakes, that could be why the big truck hit you. Hit by a big truck? I know how to be their insurance companies. I'm attorney Mariano Morales, the big truck heavy hitter.
Call 853-2222.
Bathfitter does showers? That's right. We offer a wide selection of beautiful and functional showers in all shapes and sizes. We can even convert your bath into a shower. How about that? With our seamless one-piece walls and hundreds of design options, you'll get a beautiful new shower to fit your needs, guaranteed for life. Bathfitter's been around for 40 years, and we've been experts at showers for just as long. Get yours today. Bathfitter, it just fits. Go to bathfitter.com to book your free consultation.
Dear Triathlon, let's splash through rushing rivers, take on iconic trails, and race straight to the top. What's the point of winning if you can't kick back and enjoy the view? Yours, Toyota SUVs. Toyota is the #1 retail brand for 12 years in a row. Find yours at Toyota.com. Toyota. Let's go places.
Our new orthopedic regenerative medicine clinic with Prosser Memorial Health orthopedic surgeon Dr. Jeffrey B. Higgs is now offering a variety of treatments, including platelet-rich plasma injections to enhance injury recovery, promote healing, and treat pain associated with early osteoarthritis. To schedule an appointment, call Prosser Orthopedic Center at 509-786-5599 or learn more at prosserhealth.org. This is how we care.
Hit the open road and head to Wild Horse Resort and Casino for the $160,000 Ultimate American Road Trip. Every Friday and Saturday, cruise in and win free play, gas cards, or up to $50,000 cash. Earn entries every day and multiply them on select Mondays. Then on June 29th, win your choice of $30,000 cash or a new Mustang. Keep playing in July to win a shiny new Harley. Wild Horse Resort and Casino. More winners, more often.
It all starts with a Chevy truck. Chevy Silverado with the Turbo Max engine and best-in-class standard torque. And Chevy Silverado HD with up to 14 available camera views. Do more in a Chevy truck. Get yours now. Get $5,750 total value on this Silverado when you trade in an eligible vehicle. That's 10% below MSRP. See your community Chevy dealers.
Poor maintenance, old tires, bad brakes, that could be why the big truck hit you. Hit by a big truck? I know how to be their insurance companies. I'm attorney Mariana Morales, the big truck never hit me.
Call 853-2222.
Before we check in with Stacy, it is time for Operation Best Friend, where we feature an animal at a local shelter in need of a home.
This is Irene. She is a pit bull Rottweiler Shepherd mix with the pit bull pen. She's almost a year old, and the staff say all of her siblings and her mom have already been placed in homes, but Irene hasn't.
Come on, Irene. Find all of the animals featured on our Operation Best Friend at AppleValleyNewsNow.com. Let's get her a home.
Yes, so let's take a final look at the weather. It's kind of a good time to be out taking the dogs for a walk.
Right, nice evening. Let's take a look at our weather photo of a stunning sunrise this morning from our friend Kathy Marshall, Ellensburg. Those clouds, it kind of reminds me of like the crown on the Statue of Liberty.
Yeah, I'm seeing red sky at morning.
Right, red sky at morning. So there you go. Thank you for submitting, Kathy. Remember, take your smartphone, grab that QR code. That is how you submit your weather photos. If you've been submitting them via email and they're not getting on the air, the QR code is the way to go. All right, let's talk about tomorrow, planning your day. Not bad. We're in the 60s in the morning, mid 70s by the afternoon, 80s by the early evening. And a quick look at that 7-day planner for Tri-Cities and Yakima. Cooling down just in time for Father's Day weekend. So enjoy it with Dad.
All right, well, you can enjoy some basketball. Game 3 of the NBA Finals is next. The Boston Celtics versus the Dallas Mavericks. We're back tonight after the game.
Enjoy basketball, everybody. Thanks for watching. Hoping your news is good news.